Hi there, and welcome to another episode of Strange Times Poetry Broadcast. I'm coming to you live from the Poetry Bookshelf to read you 3 uplifting poems. If you haven't seen this show before, please like and subscribe to our Facebook page for more information, updates, to see our archive, all that good stuff. Today I'm going to be reading 3 poems that are talking about ownership. And what I mean by ownership is not the physical things, but what do we own in this time, in this difficult time? We own our emotions. We don't own what's happening, but we own our emotions, our reactions to it, how we treat ourselves and our feelings in this time. We own our compassion, how we treat one another, how we treat ourselves. We own how we walk in the world. And these 3 poems all focus on different types of ownership in that way. So the first poem that I'm going to read is from Too Bright to See, Alma, poems by Gregg. And this is actually the first poem in the book. And it's focusing on the small stuff. It's called We Manage Most When We Manage Small. We manage most when we manage small. What things are steadfast? Not the birds, not the bride and groom who hurry in their brevity to reach one another. The stars do not blow away as we do. The heavenly things ignite and freeze. But not as my hair falls before you, fragile and momentary, we continue. Fearing madness in all things huge and their requiring. Managing as thin light on water. Managing only greetings and farewells. We love a little, as the mice huddle, as the goats lean against my hand. As the lovers quickening, riding time. Making safety in the moment. This touching home goes far. This fishing in the air. I just love this. Fragile and momentary, we continue. So much strength there, both acknowledging how difficult this life is, but also bringing to it such resilience. I love the idea of fishing in the air as the small things we can manage, the way we can reach out to each other. And this book is from Graywolf Press, and I would highly recommend it. This poem, especially, was just what I needed in this moment. I don't know about you. The next poem that I'm going to read is called Her Sweater, and it's by Nour Kamel. I wish that Nour Kamel was my friend, but this piece is actually from a collection edited by a friend, Meghan Volpert, called Closet Cases. And she wanted me to show you how this works. So the idea is each of the authors is talking about things in their closets. And they take a picture of themselves in that outfit and sort of presentation of queer life through clothing. And then they write a poem that goes with it. And as I said, we own our presentation, we own how we walk in the world. And one of those things is how we express ourselves and how we find freedom in our bodies, in our gender. This poem is called Her Sweater. Here, sweater, come here. Her sweater. Her sweater was beige and big and for something called a man, but she stole, bought it, dunno. It was hers now, and it was perfect because it was hers, and you took it. She let you wear it, and you were neither man or her or not but that sweater. That sweater felt so good, and you never knew if it was because of her, because it was her that envy, love, wanting to be, or was it the sweater itself made you imagine possibilities you felt, knew, maybe could, impossible then, now, forever? Fear rips between your elbows that have a hard time touching when you wear a bra, so why wear a bra in baggy, beautiful beige sweater, and no one notices or cares when you are in the cold, bundled, but you don't live in the cold now forever. Be careful. I love you. Don't let it get caught on old furniture claws trying to get you. Your sweater, pick a thread loose and loose and loose and spooling, pulling yourself into possibilities inside clothing. Your body becomes neglect, a relic you forget because it is more convenient until they make you remember with eyes, words, lips you'd rather not. Just let's not. And how will you return it to her? Her who let you so much, so many things, let be in all things at once and everything God. But eventually she made you had to get your own beige sweater to blend in with yourself. The cold, it was good too. You were still beautiful, felt whole still too, on your own sweater. I love how the speaker just takes ownership of this garment and how it provides this home for a body that is free. And I just love the play with the syntax. I really want to read more by this writer, Nour Kamel. I'm curious. All right. My last poem is from Ye Good Old Evolution of Parasites. And it's part of a series where I took this line from liturgy. Please God with the strength of your right hand untie the knot. And the poem is called Suspended Belief, and each of the poems works with part of that line. And in this poem, the speaker considers their blessings. And I think blessings are also things we own. Not physical blessings, but what we see in the world to be grateful for. We own our gratitude as well. Suspended belief. Please God, with the strength of your right hand, hold my blessings. The story I keep in a latched henna box. The woman in the east whom I love from the west. The weight of a prayer calculated. Suspended belief. The shooter marble winning barely more games than it lost, but you keep it. A spirit woman at the end of the bed who won't answer questions. The month of sunlight on new leaves. A family, mostly alive. Don't let them fall between your fingers, one for whom civilizations might be trivialities. This prayer asks for attention from God, but also from the self to find those things that are blessings. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you soon for our next Strange Times Poetry broadcast. In the meantime, stay safe, stay sane, and good night. Bye!